Hey, 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 this is your recap auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Hello. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? And so y'all asked me, oh, yeah, I'm doing good. It was a busy day. It's been busy and really, really, nice. I have no complaints. Let's go ahead and get this party started. We are here to do a full recap of episode number 23, season 2 of Beyond the Gates, honey. I loved yesterday. I really did. I really did love Anita with the hair and everything. I'm glad that Danny told Dre about her kissing Bill. I'm glad that Vernon told Dre that he, confessed to him about Bill regretting, ending his marriage and everything. And I'm happy that all that chemical shit is starting to come to the surface and coming through tests and shit. So with Haley with her old panicking ass. So it's good. I had a good time. So I'm excited about seeing what today is going to bring. Let's get ready in 5, 4, 8, 3, 2, 1. Honey, we back at the palace and we got a Chelsea just walking in, baby. That must be the running joke. Nobody knocks on the door of this fucking show. She's walking in on the phone. Yes, I'm sorry about that. But Princess Bella is out of the vet. But now that Princess Bella is out of the vet, who's Princess Bella? Can you please send off those makeup tutorials for edit? So she walks in the living room. Let me call you back, honey. I guess she sees Anita with her back turned. There is a stranger in my grand's living room. Excuse me, ma'am? I think you're in the wrong house. Shit, Anita turns around real slow and says, "Oh, contraire, my darling." And she poses. Oh my God. Well, girls, don't stand there, honey. What's the verdict? Guilty as sin for looking absolutely fierce. Better than Rihanna and her pixie era. Great minds think alike, honey. That's right. We pixie girls. We think alike. Chelsea started looking like she finna cry. So Anita's like, what? Oh, Chelsea, no, no, baby, no. I'm sorry, Grant. I'm sorry. It's just your beautiful hair. We are not having any big emotions today, all right, baby girl? I need those earrings. Hopefully y'all heard me in my last video. Y'all find those earrings for me. Email it to me at thespianauntie@gmail.com or put it in the comments. I bet you them damn things about $1,000,000. They are so gorgeous. She says, no, besides, I am thrilled with my new makeover. It was time, honey, to shake things up. I mean, we are at Uptown and we see Smitty talking to his boo. He was saying, I mean, are we still in the mood for a romantic evening? And so his boo, Martin, he was saying, I was thinking of takeout from that Thai place in Woodley Park. He loved Thai, don't he? He loved himself some Thai. Did y'all see? Thank you, Michael Parms, again for sending me the video. He sent me a video. Who was it asking? I think it was Nicole's character, Daphne, aka Nicole. Daphne was going around to each of her castmates, asking them if they knew Smitty's real name. Child, they didn't know that man's real name. None of them knew Smitty's real name. They was like, girl, I don't know. And I don't know. I didn't watch the whole video because I got, sidetracked by doing a lot of other stuff. But most of the video that I did watch, Vanessa didn't know it. Danny didn't know it. A lot of people didn't know it. They did not know what Smitty's real character, not his real name in real life, but his real character name. We all know that it's Bradley Smith, but they didn't know that his name was Bradley Smith. They just thought it was damn Smitty. Yeah. So I guess Martin got a date night vibe playlist, honey, that he be trying to, trying to hide from Smitty. He only pulls it out when he needs it, like another thing I'm sure he. So Martin was like, honey, I don't know what you're talking about. So Smitty was like, baby, I'm so excited to see you, and I'm sorry that I had to bail on your family's volunteer thing. He said, don't sweat it, baby. We will survive. So Smitty was like, well, hell, I'll just be up here posted at Uptown working on my story. So he want to know, Martin, Martin don't pull no punches. He says, I'm waiting for you. Stop acting so damn mysterious. And I'm waiting for you to tell your husband about what it's about. He says, "Look, when I'm ready," Smitty says, "unless you want to spill some juicy state secrets to me, and then we're even." I mean, so he said, "Oh, that's Naomi." Now, did she knock on the door and say it's me, or no? He told her to come in. Or did she yell and say it's Naomi? I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Did he see her on the cam? Maybe he had a cam on his phone and he saw her appear at the door. I don't know. We're at the red door. So Naomi comes in and so she tells her cuz that she brought him some snacks. So he thanks her. He says, "I haven't seen your ass since I learned that both of my cousins are healthy and variant free." Well, she's not. We have all have so much to be grateful for. Standing there lying. Naomi, I'm telling you, you do not have fans, honey. You do not have a Naomi fan club. I've seen pages for the Duprees. I've seen a channel, or is it a IG page? It's either a Facebook page or an IG channel that's called the Smitty and Martin channel. And when I tell you, they be getting views, honey. They be getting views. It's even a channel dedicated to them, but ain't nobody checking for damn Naomi like that, like that. So he offers her, if you want some water, some tea. I mean, you want something that has a little bit more bite to it. You know what I'm saying? Some brown. So he goes to the kitchen, takes the snacks in the kitchen. So she's like, "Oh, so we're actually addressing these campaign postcards by hand, because when I tell you it's a stack, it's a damn stack." She's like, "Honey, don't you have a staff or something?" You know what? Never mind. You ain't got no staff. Never mind. So she's like, "Yes, yes, yes. One stiff one while we work would be great, baby." So he comes out with a couple of glasses with some vino. So she wants to know where the teens are. So the kids are at the mall, and Smitty tells she didn't ask about Smitty, but anyway, he tells her that Smitty is working on a story that could really change everything, apparently. So they do got something in common because both of their husbands are working on something together. They were talking about, make me want something to sip. Shit, this might turn into a damn half a tipsy recap. I know y'all say y'all like it, because I got this agency. I don't think that they know about this channel, at least not yet. They don't know. So he got my palate just moist for this damn wine. I might get me some. Damn, I mean, damn. We come back at the uptown and this man named Max just sit down at the damn table with Smitty, and so Smitty's like, "Max, what the fuck?" Cause he's scared and shit. I'm like, it's like he's acting like a scared person. He's just really scared or something. No, Max, chill the fuck out. So Smitty was like, "I thought we agreed to meet later." So Max was like, "Nick, don't ask me now, but I can't be your source no more." Oh wow. He said, "I'm out." And then we got the bop, bop, bop. Uh-huh. So we're at the law office of Bill Hamilton and Associates. So Haley is tapping on the damn desk with them. Her fingernails is cute though. He was like, "Baby, look, you are 2 taps away from giving me a migraine on top of whatever mystery condition I got now in the bed." Hey, calm the fuck down. She nervous as fuck. She is nervous. That's what she get for giving him more. That's exactly what she get. I don't understand how you can be so casual about this, she says. He was like, "I'm not. But if I learn one thing from Danny," oh, here he go. "I mean, from my daughter's recent ordeal is that playing out worst case scenarios regarding health matters and medical shit, it just adds extra stress." He tells her maybe she should go and put some miles on her credit card. I'm like, damn. I mean, and you trying to kill that off, girl? You stupid. You greedy, girl. He says, yeah, maybe go to the club spa or something. Girl, you trying to kill that off? This man is giving you a black card. And he said, go put some miles on that. Go shopping and shit. No, you want $10 million. You greedy. I don't want to go to, hey, happy birthday. It's Caroline's birthday. Happy birthday, Caroline. Hey, happy birthday. Hey, girl. She said, "Oh my God, you two are both too kind. She's so cute. Hey, Caroline." She said, "I hate to interrupt but we really do need to review your schedule. Is this a good time?" He was like, "Oh yeah, sure, sure." Hay was just leaving. He started calling her Hay. Hay. I don't remember that. Y'all remember him ever calling her Hay? He called her baby, baby, babe. But I never remember him calling her Hay. So she looked like she was like, oh my God. So she leaves. So she finally leaves and the door is closing. And so Caroline was like, damn, you couldn't have ushered her out fast enough. She know Bill. Other than Danny, Caroline knows Bill like the back of her hand. She says, something or someone else on your mind? He looking out at us. It ain't me. Uh-oh, we back at the little hotel, Lord. The little see, that's sipping. And I swear I don't even have half a glass. I have less than half a glass. And I'm already calling the fucking wrong words. Anyway, we go back to the little palace, and this is Danny. They were repeating. They do a lot of that. They'll repeat the scene from the previous day just to get us caught up. And so, yeah. So she talks about how her and Bill have been reminiscing over back down memory lane. Up, back a few weeks. They've been doing that a little bit. Yeah. And so she says, "I kissed Bill." He's like, "Hmm." Now Andre's beard look a little thicker today than it was yesterday. If y'all try to do continuity, it didn't work. Anyway, he said that kiss must have did something to him because the guy's really ready to send Haley's ass packing. So he said, he asked her how was to her. How was it to her? She said it was a goodbye. He said to him or to me. She tells him that the kiss was closure. Sorry, I got popcorn, so been chewing between breaks. Trying to soak up the wine, you know what I'm saying? Uh she said that kiss was a goodbye to Bill, to that life. Type of life, girl. She says to everything that we had before. He said, but bitch, the way he looks at you says something different, girl. Memories like those, she says, are like mythical sirens. They lure you in, she says. And it's so easy to get swept up in the laughter and in the warmth, in what feels like renewed love until you realize you're actually drowning. And all the memories from the rest of that life, baby, come flashing before your eyes. All of the, please don't leave me alone in this bed. And I will never let someone treat me like that again. And the way my heart broke over and over and over. The first time Bill cheated, I was devastated. The second, furious as fuck. I was ready to take my girls and leave his ass until he broke it off with whatever paralegal he's playing hide the brief with. I love that. So he was fucking around with paralegals. You's a dirty mother. So Andre was like, he didn't stop, did he? She said, oh, he pulled it together just for a little bit, as like they all do. But soon enough, honey, he was back to his old devilish ways. It was an endless cycle. Different women, same fucking excuses. Damn, Danielle, do you really see? That's what I'm telling y'all. She does not deserve him. She doesn't. I know y'all want, them to be together and he changed. Bill ain't changed. He's married. And he's still looking at another woman. He does not like commitment. He might as well just be single and just go ahead and out there and have a good time. Don't be married to nobody, okay? That's what he needs. He does not like commitment. He does not like it. Um, she said something. This damn wine got me. I forgot what the fuck I. Oh, I was saying that we haven't seen her look this sad in a long time. I mean, she was scared about Chelsea being missing. She didn't look this sad when she found out about her mom having cancer. But look at that, like that sadness, because again, that whole cycle when we first started with her looking sad and mad, I was worn out. That girl wore me out for about 4 or 5 months, just looking the same way. I was happy that her and Andre hooked up on like episode number 2, because I was like, please, at least she getting it out with somebody romantically. Even if it's not serious. I was like, please, because I was getting tired of seeing her mad, fussing, begging, pleading, pissed. I was tired. So this is the first time in a while that we've seen her like this. She said it didn't take long until I found out that I was fighting a losing damn battle. He said, but you stayed and you pretended that shit wasn't happening. Damn. She says, and I lost a little bit more of my self-respect each and every damn time. So that's why she wasn't herself. He calls that, it was like she was a tree. And you know how the tree have rings? Every time he did that, that was like him taking an axe, chopping her down bit by bit. That's why she became a different person than what he was married to. It was. I mean, I'm not saying that he didn't do it, but he did do it. I mean, I understood his reasons when he told Tomas about that, and of course when he talked to Bill about the regret. But when he said that Danny made it easy, yes, if she did, but again, it had a lot to do probably with the girls and him making promises that he wasn't gonna do that shit no more, like they all do. But every time he did it, it was like an axe chopping her down to pretty much a stud. I meant a stump. This damn wine. Not a stud, girl, but a stump. She said it was soul crushing. So we're back at his office, and he's talking to Caroline and says, "You might be another year older, but not any wiser. The only thing on my mind right now is my schedule." She said, whatever, honey. So how did the doctor's visit go? He said they still are trying to figure out these strange test results that he keeps having. So he talks about the test for 24 hours and that he needs to eliminate a lot of things from his diet and that he said that Haley's herbal tea was the first thing to go. So he said, anyway, before we get started, I guess he's going to give her a gift. Hopefully she could be like, you know what? She did knock the fuck out of that cup out of my hand when I wanted to sip your tea. I wanted to drink some of your tea, Bill, and she broke the cup because she didn't want me to drink after you or something. I thought that was weird. So he pulls a little box out with a little bow on it. She's like, oh my God, look, the party that you and Haley are throwing for me, that's enough. He was like, nope. He said, look, you have been a friend and a confidant for over 10 years now. You see me in my worst, you cover for my mistakes, and that shit don't go unnoticed, girl. Okay, girl? Now, stop arguing with me and open the damn box. Shit! Does anybody want to do this for me? She takes out a keys. He bought her a Mercedes. You bought me a Mercedes? Shit. I need me a rich boss like that. Shit. A Mercedes? He was like, had it delivered to the parking garage this morning. Brand new Mercedes, baby. She said, oh my God, this shit is too much. He said, I beg to differ. Loyalty and discretion should always be rewarded. I'll be discreet. If you feel like you have a need, because remember I work in life insurance, so I already know about HIPAA and stuff. I know a lot of shit. If you feel like you want to bless Auntie with a Mercedes and some keys, thespianauntie at gmail.com. Honey, we're back at the red door with Naomi and Martin, and they having small talk. We are not going to go through all of this. This might be a short video. He's just asking her, has she seen Gran? And she said, yeah, on my way to the office the other day. While they were sitting there trying to mail out these invites. I want one. Can y'all send me one of Martin's little things so I can have it as a souvenir? But that's all. We're not gonna go through all this. If they say something profound, y'all know I'll talk about it. But if not, next scene. So all he did was that he just talked about Anita fainting, and she was like, "Why the fuck am I the last to know about this?" She wanted to keep it on the low low, and that's it. That's all they just talked about was the fact that she fainted, and that she was kicking Vernon out the house because he'd been way too helicopter. See, helicopter, helicopter hubby all over her. So he only did it for a few hours. So we're back at Uptown, and Smitty is telling Max, "Look, drink this. It's some water. That water look good." Max was like, "Fuck that. I need something way stronger than that." And so Smitty was like, "Oh, you want a beer?" He's like, "No, honey. Try shots." I'm talking about drinks. YouTube. Don't penalize me. Shots like drinks. And he says he want multiple. Damn, he wants to forget what he fucking saw. Damn. Smitty was like, okay, all right, talk to me. What did you see? He's like, okay, the boss. He called a meeting with all the couriers. He said he wanted to clear the air. And so Smitty was like, well, fuck, that doesn't sound good. Yeah, he was pacing like a caged animal. Man, if that Grayson, damn it, he come out of there acting like a fucking fool, I'm going to love every bit of it. I'm sorry. I'm going to love it. All of them people who fell off the Beyond the Gates wagon, they could probably pick it up easy, if they decide to pick it back up. I'm happy to be hanging on in there. But if Grayson shows his and he is a fool, or him or Dr. Hernandez are the bosses, yeah, this gonna be good. He was like, oh man, yeah, he's talking about loyalty and trust and shit. Then he shouts out, "One of y'all motherfuckers is a snitch." Damn. Max is nervous as fuck. He rocking back and forth. Smitty was like, "What the fuck happened next? Talk to me." He's swallowing water and shit. "Max, what happened next?" He keep asking him, "What the fuck happened next, Max?" He said, "That's when the fucking cow went down. Boom, just boom, without no warning." Damn. He beat the fuck out of Kyle just right in front of us. He just whooped his ass. Damn. Screaming, the blood. Damn, he's a monster. I love a bad guy. When I look at films, like Leslie's all right, but I love a like a character who's like a mean mother. I do, and they need this. It's been too happy go lucky in Fairmont Crest. They need some mean ass people here. There was a Max was like, "Damn, oh God." So Smitty was like, "Is he still alive?" So Max was like, "I don't fucking know. I just one of the guys, they took his body. So if you say he took his body, then no, he ain't alive. They just dumped that body right there in front of the damn ER at the hospital." He said them motherfuckers didn't even stick around to see if Cal made it. Cal is Cal. So Smitty was like, "Damn, that's so fucked up. What about you? Are you okay?" Max was like, "What the fuck you think? I'm the leak, Smitty. I'm the one feeding your ass information." Yeah. So that meant that they killed the wrong guy. So that was a warning. So whoever didn't, he probably knew that Cal didn't do it, but he killed Cal or beat his ass to the point where whoever is in there, that if I find out that you did it, you next. So yeah, I think Max, you might have to go, darling. He said, "Look, I can't do this shit no more. I got to get the fuck out. Sorry, y'all. That's my popcorn bag and a TV. Like I said, this is a partly tipsy recap. Hey, we at the Bird Cafe with the Hawthorne boys, having a good time. Jacob and Isaiah with the Z. What's going on, boy? Wait a minute. Hang on. Jacob says, "Wait a minute. Danny's really said that your ass could be a model?" "Yeah, he could be a fucking model." Isaiah was like, "Wait a minute, brother. You laughing way a little bit too hard now. I mean, is that out of pocket or what?" "Hey, man, maybe not. You definitely could be let me look at you right now, okay? A before model." Man, I hope that they don't kill off Jacob or Smitty. If that motherfucker is that mean to kill off somebody who he thought was the damn snitch, can you imagine what he gonna do? Man, I hope he don't. Oh my God, my stomach is twisting. We're not gonna worry about it right now. We're just gonna keep watching. Keep watching. Oh yeah, Jacob is a fucking comedian now. Not fucking funny. He cut that laugh right on off. He was like, "Shit, my bad. Maybe a little funny." I mean, for real though, for real though. Can you imagine Pop's reaction? Man, that disappointed look would be all over Pop's face. Okay, well, is he still pressing you? I mean, is his golden boy been walking on water, since he was in diapers? Well, I couldn't bust an international crime scene after my first night undercover. Shame on me, right? So, the case isn't going how you planned, huh? It might be Marcel that might get killed. Somebody main is gonna get definitely offed. I mean, man, don't be sounding so damn relieved. I know you and Naomi were concerned, but the truth is, it ain't much to worry about. This whole investigation may not turn out the way I wanted to. Would that be so terrible? Isaiah says. I mean, when Pops is looking for any excuse to park me at the desk? Fuck no. Hell yeah. I need this assignment to come together tight. No damn loose ends. So we back at Uptown, and Smitty is trying to get Max to calm the fuck down. Max, look, Max, just breathe, all right? Just breathe, bro. I know what happened to that courier that rattled you a little bit, but your ass just cannot disappear now. Smitty, you selfish. The man is scared. He saw a man die in his face, and you telling him he can't disappear? All right. Yeah, he said the same thing I said. He was like, "You didn't see what I fucking saw," Max said. "You weren't there." He said, "These guys, they're monsters. I bet you it's Dr. Hernandez and it's damn Grayson, his last name Perez? Grayson Perez. I bet you it's them." Oh my God. So Smitty was like, "That's exactly the reason why your ass can't leave, because they're monsters." And Max is like, "Oh my God." So Smitty shows him the laptop. He'd been doing some research and some digging around. So he shows him a picture of an 8-year-old kid. Oh, okay. So this boy, he's sick. And so he needs blood transfusions, which I already know about. I told you about my mom. She went through that shit a lot. And he needs transfusions like 3 times a week. But damn, y'all is ruthless. But it's not funny though. But the blood, his appointment keeps getting pushed back because the supply chain is so low because they stealing that shit. That's a mean. Ooh, y'all is cold. He was like, you think that what happened to that courier was brutal? He said there are kids, elderly people, accident victims all over the DMV that are not going to get the plasma that they need because your fucking guys are stealing it. Damn. See, y'all putting this story out there. Don't let nobody be at these damn blood plasma places stealing blood and plasma and shit. They making millions, honey. Whoever is at the top want to buy that shit, they making millions. Max shut that laptop down. He's like, I can't think about that shit right now. I really can't. You just don't understand what the fuck I just saw. So Smitty tells him, Max is why you came to me in the first place, Max. Your gut is telling you that this is wrong. Think about how many lives you're gonna save when this story breaks. Nah, man. Mm-mm. He says, and what if I end up in like a fucking body bag like Cal, huh? Smitty was like, yo, you say he wasn't dead. He said, like, look, I don't know. I said I ain't know what happened to him. He's like, regardless, they're gonna figure out who pointed that flashlight. They are, if they're that smart. Smitty was like, then your ass can't leave. Like if you bail, if out of everyone that either witnessed or heard about what fucking happened, if you're the one who walked away, they will definitely know it's your ass. Yeah. I can't stay, Max says. Damn, I don't know what to do. And he looks Hispanic. I'm not saying, but he looks Hispanic, so I gotta see more people that's part of this ring. But he keeps saying they. They. So yeah. Back at the red door, Martin and Naomi talking about, Anita and Vernon trying to stay strong. I'm gonna condense it like I did the last scene. We'll see what they're talking about. I'm gonna try to sum up what they were talking about. I guess Naomi was telling him, Martin, that sometimes it's best for the caregiver to not be so hovering over the person that's going through the treatment. Just let them deal with it, because sometimes they might feel like they're in a prison. She was talking about Jacob, when he tries to care for her, it just feels too tight, and just let them go through it. That's it. I mean, she clearly does not like the fact that Jacob may be too clingy to her if she's going through something like with the baby situation. But he didn't seem like he was like that. I'm like, was this something before we started seeing the show? Because I think if you just told Jacob to step the fuck back, I mean, he's a little stubborn, but I think if you mean it, I think he would give you a little bit of, air. He didn't seem like he was too smothering. I think that's in her imagination. I don't know what it is, but I don't think that he's in the same space that she thinks he is. This whole parent thing, I think it's just got her just all backwards. So I don't agree with her with that. But he was looking good in that black though. He was One of y'all told me to stop talking about him like that. He was looking good in that black at the Bird Cafe. He looked real good now. I ain't gonna lie, he looked real good. All right, well, back at the palace, and we have Anita talking to Chelsea. Well, it went a lot better than the first time. I had to change my hairdo due to circumstances beyond my control. Well, oh, do tell. Well, it was one of the first showcases the Articulates played, and we wanted our hair to be laid to the guard. I had a bright idea to heat up the hot comb on the radiator in our dressing room. Girl! Oh my God, I can only imagine. And back then, those radiators, y'all know what those radiators look like. The ridges, the standalone, the ones that's in the walls of these old ass, old school apartments, like up in, like my auntie lives in an apartment, and it's long and it's old. And in one of her rooms, them radiators, damn, when you turn that knob, baby, you feel like you in hell. I be looking up in the middle of the night, like, is that Satan in the corner? It goes from cold to hot, quick. There's no in between, I'm like, God almighty, can we open the door? Because, gee, I mean, them little heaters, no, not little, but then they would make a lot of noise because they was made of metal, I think, right? So I would hate them damn heaters. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, grand, no. Yep. That comb, girl, burned off a chunk of my hair. I looked like I had lost a fight with a light socket. Well, did you cancel the show? No, no. Myron saved my behind that night. Myron? I've never heard of that wig line. It's not a wig, girl. Myron was the headliner. To cover the damage, I walked out on stage in one of his toupees, fastened by Sharon and Tracy with a big bow plopped on top. Now, he was none too thrilled that we had quote unquote borrowed one of his pieces, but hey, hun, the show must go on. Wait, look. Wait a minute. You was out here, honey, serving looks in a man's hairpiece. Honey, I sure was, honey. Every woman in this family is gifted with beauty, intellect, and talent. I count my blessings daily that I can just be in the presence of all this greatness. Well, you set the example, teaching us to chase our dreams. Chelsea, why you there? You trying to get your mother to your grandmother to okay you going to Copenhagen? About that. I found another dream to chase. But Kat doesn't agree with me. Oh, are you both having a difference of opinion on the purse line? Not really. Kat is really freaking out because I want to get a place with Madison. Well, what's wrong with that? In Copenhagen. So we're back at the little palace, and this is Andre telling his wife that he appreciates her being real with him, and I want you to know that damn Bill is a damn fucking fool. The man had a woman who was brilliant, bold, who's loyal to a fault, and he fumbled that shit. And now he has Haley, Danny says. Lucky him. Hey, I don't give a fuck how much regret that man got. All that matters to me is that we are building a life. You and me. And I have no intention of letting anybody get in between that shit. Even if I have to fight for you. Oh, Dre. Danny, I'm glad she could be honest with him and he understands. We still see the hurt there. She loves him. I can't deny that she loves Bill. But she's just so hurt, like begging him, please don't let me be in this bed alone. You know, that's one of the conversations, y'all. Relax, Tarzan, she says. While your chest thumping is so cute, it's unnecessary. I'm not going anywhere. She looks him in the eyes and says that to him. He says, are you sure about that? She said, yes. He was like, but that kiss. He said that kiss to Bill she said, it was nothing compared to this. And so she kisses him. Oh, and it's so gentle. It's so sweet and so loving. Oh my God, it's so sweet. So she tells Andre that she will tell Bill that they will not talk unless it's about the girls, which I've been saying that since day one. He can have conversations with to the girls, but if it's like life or death, yes, like the kidnapping or this damn Brockagene, but nothing else. No congratulations, no surprise meals, no family marriage issues, no, nothing. She says it's time for me to put those damn memories in the past, and I'm going to walk into the future with you. Well, that's a very lackadaisical approach to a workday. Danny, what are you doing there? Didn't you just think was kissing your man? She went to Bill's office, y'all. We saw an outside shot of some office in DC. It looked like one of them offices in DC with all them damn windows. I'm gonna make sure I try to remember and put it on the screen. Why are you there? Are you okay? I'm hoping that you're there to rub it in his face. Don't give him no more fucking kisses. You said the last one was the goodbye. Why are you there? Let me push play. He says he's earned it and he's cleared his entire schedule. Because I was like, girl, you was just home. Does Andre know that you're there? It's like, this is like two different shows. I was like, you girl, right up the commercial, you was just kissing him. And now you just showed up. So he continues to says that he even gave Caroline the rest of the night off. Like, hopefully Danny will remember that it is her birthday. She says, oh yeah, I ran into her in her new Benz in the parking deck. She says I had to pull teeth to get her to admit to me that it was a birthday gift from you. Just like the old days, she says. He says, Caroline never iced you out, Danny. That's just her work persona. She's always liked you. Correction, honey. Caroline was friendly to me because I was your wife, just like she's friendly to your current wife. He said, she was Haley's maid of honor. She said, because nobody else wanted the fucking job. And it also scored her points with her boss. She says, come on, Bill. The only person Caroline has ever been loyal to is you. That's what I said earlier. The only person. And judging from that very expensive gift out there, it is crystal clear why. Her old car was on its last leg, and business has been very good, in large part because of her. I have always admired Caroline's ability to juggle your busy schedule. He says, finally, some admission. She was like, she was especially adept in making sure that your bitches, was that I couldn't see them on your schedule, right? She says that I never crossed paths with any of your fucking side pieces. Look who's come out of hiding with my big ass coat. This is Haley running into Isaiah at the Bird Cafe. You know she loves him, honey. She can eat him up. I wonder if she gonna take off her jacket so she can show her bubbles. She goes up to him, cozies up, and here I thought you were avoiding me. Yeah, because they haven't been around each other since the the winter, is it Winterfest? No, they didn't go to Winterfest. It was some type of thing that he was dressed up for, and she liked what he had on. It was something. Whoa, he says I'd have to think about your ass in order for me to do that. Haley, it just don't get no love, do she? You are so funny. She said, the last time I saw you, you were bolting out of that snobby soiree at the club with Ted's love child. So now she trying to dig. What's her name again? He says, my girlfriend's name is Eva. Right, right. The one who wrecked the Richardson's anniversary party, right. You did hear about that, didn't you? He says, look, I don't base my opinion on gossip. It ain't gossip, bro. It really happened. He says, well, if I did, I wouldn't be here humoring you, would I? Is Eva here with you? It's because she sees an extra cup. And he was like, nah, that's my brother's. He should be back soon, he says. Oh, have you seen the Winterfest pics yet? Oh, let me show you. She leaning all on him. Oh, they posted them on the club's IG. She's all on him. Oh, mm, the camera loves you. She's just all over him. And they're on the Winterfest hashtags too. And she's all between his legs and shit. Ooh! She's sitting on his lap, right? So she's scrolling through the pictures. And I guess she's sent Bill a naked picture. And she's like, oops, oops. He's like, oh, shit. Ah, that was for Bill's eyes only. Mm. Ooh, she's a ooh. So he was like, right, right. So Jacob comes up and he's like, hey, Haley, how's it going? Hey, your brother and I were just getting reacquainted. How's Naomi? I know that whole gene testing thing was so stressful. She's doing great. I gotta bounce, bro. All right? Got something business that can't wait. Handle your business, bro. Cool, cool. I'll keep your baby brother entertained. And Isaiah's looking at her like, no. Now, where were we? And she's all on him again, and he's leaning back like, okay, we're halfway through the show, and damn, we see Shanice and Ashley at the bar at Uptown. Girl, I cannot thank you enough for jumping in on that drive by. Oh, they took care of the Cal guy at the emergency room. This is they. I guess they are decompressing or releasing what she saw. Because I mean, Ashley looks like she's like out of it. I wonder did they save him? Let's see what Shanice and Ashley are talking about. She was like, I know it's happened before, but every time it does, girl, I cannot wrap my head around it. This is what Ashley was telling, and we could see Smitty in the background still working on his laptop, but I think Max already left. Who drops a injured person at the emergency room door and don't leave no note or don't bother to alert anybody? Girl, the evil people. Shanice was like, honey, in my experience, it's because something shady had went down. She's like, yeah, that guy's was beat up pretty badly. Ashley says. She said, well, at least his injuries weren't life threatening. That's good. So he did survive. Yay, Cal. Cal is strong. The patient should be discharged tonight, assuming that his vitals remain stable. Okay, I saw the notes, girl, that Bill Hamilton came in. This is what Shanice tells Ash. Ash looks like, oh. Oh, honey, you know something. Well, I'll tell you when you tell me. That's what pretty much what what's her name? Ashley says. And so Shanice runs her mouth like water, honey. She said, word is he declined his inpatient observation. That true? Not sure, Ash says, but I do know that he was assigned to Dr. Martinez. Oh, right. Shanice says, that's right, because Madison is leaving for Copenhagen. Honey, ooh, I cannot imagine moving to a whole nother country on short notice, Shanice said. She said the packing, the paperwork, the language app, the girlfriend. I mean, that's what Ash said. She's like, girlfriend? I mean, are she and Chelsea gonna do long distance? Because that is really long distance. It is, honey. It is definitely really fucking long distance. I'm sure the conversation will pick up where Anita and Chelsea left off. Shanice was like, oh, honey, you haven't heard. Hmm? Gran, will you please say something? Back at the palace. Gran is looking shocked. You're too quiet and it's making me anxious. Well, Copenhagen, it's, this is new information, girl. I know it seems unhinged, but Madison got accepted into fellowship and she asked me to move with her. We'll be gone for a year. A whole year? I know it's big, but what I have with Madison is the realest thing I've ever felt. And Kat thinks I'm foolishly flipping my life upside down. And she even accused me of being selfish, giving the timing of things. No, no, no. You stop right there, all right? I don't want you or Kat or anyone else in this family to put their lives on pause because I'm battling cancer. I don't want to be a reason to stop living. In fact, I want to be a reason to live more fully. Thanks, Gran. I knew that you would get it. But I do agree with Kat on one point. What's that? Love shouldn't require change. Real love, lasting love, should meet you where you are. I tell you, writers. Given all that's going on with Anita and everything, I'm just surprised Chelsea doesn't want to stay closer to home. This is Ashley and Shanice still gossiping at Uptown, talking about other people's business. At least for the next few months. And so Shanice was like, true, true. Those Duprees tend to be tighter than bark on a tree. Damn, bark is. I did talk about a tree earlier, didn't I? I tell you. She says, now I saw firsthand when I was Bill's physical therapist. And she says, and even more so, Ashley says, when one of their own that's down. And now with Bill's health acting up and with all of the other health issues they have going on, you talking too much, girl. You telling Naomi's business. It just seems like a lot for Chelsea to walk away from. So Jacob shows up at the uptown to sit down and talk with Smitty. Smitty, you sounded rattled on the phone. What's up? Max, man. He told me he wants to walk away. Are you serious? He's freaking out, dude. He saw another carrier get his ass beat down by the ball. Max is supposed to vouch for me. He's the only reason they're giving me a shot. Oh, so he's not in it yet. So Max is his referral. Oh, if he's out, that means I lose my in. Smitty says, and I lose my damn source, and we both will have to start all the way over. Nah, man, I ain't got time for that. My dad's already breathing down my fucking neck. Tell me that you got his ass to change his mind. Okay, so Chelsea makes it over to Martin's house to help stuff envelopes because she said she apologized for being late. She said, "Oh my God, we're actually stuffing envelopes because this is a volunteer project that the family's supposed to do, stuffing envelopes." We'll see what they're talking about. I hope that Chelsea talks to them about her moving. Let's see. So Martin was like, well, you read the text. She said, well, I thought it was code for wine and gossip. So while she's talking, Naomi is pouring her a glass of wine. And she said, well, here, this should help with your reality check because this part is true. You getting some wine, see. So Naomi was like, girl, and you're not the last to arrive. Kat is MIA. And so Chelsea was like, girl, I don't even know if she might show up. She's in one of her moods. And Mark was like, yeah, and water is wet. Like, what else is new? Oh man, so funny. Let's see what they're talking about. They might have a little bit of this and that, but if not, next scene. So she tells them about everybody's learning about everything else from each other. She tells them about the new look. What new look? I didn't know she had a new look. Well, she's dealing on top of all of this, also with passing out. What? She didn't tell me she passed out. So Anita, you need to call a meeting, honey, and tell everybody what the fuck's going on because everybody's telling everybody stuff, and you ain't telling nobody nothing. Naomi with her old selfish self, and Grand didn't want to alarm anyone. You know how she is. She's always looking out for everybody else when she's fighting for her life. You do the same thing, girl. You ain't telling nobody that you got the gene. You ain't telling nobody. You trying to prevent some shit, trying to do all this holistic stuff. You need to tell them. So Naomi was like, I'm texting Cash. Her ass need to be here. But don't be surprised if she doesn't come, because she's furious at me for. So Matt and Naomi's looking at her like, what, bitch? For deciding to move to Denmark with Madison. Naomi was like, wait, did you say Denmark, bitch? He was like, wait a minute. Martin said, is that why Kat's upset? Are you shutting down Chelsea Cat? For some Of course not. I will be working remotely. But that is why she's upset. Naomi was like, honey, excuse me. I just still trying to wrap my brain around this whole moving across the world thing. Madison has this opportunity that she couldn't pass up, and I just don't think that I could be without her. So if you're gonna yell at me too, look, Naomi was like, look, sis, I think it sounds like an incredible adventure, honey. So you're okay with it? Naomi was like, well, it depends. You want me to try to talk you out of it? And Chelsea was looking unsure. Naomi was like, Chelsea? Cause Chelsea will. Did I say Chelsea or Naomi looked unsure? Chelsea, I meant to say, is that wine, y'all? Chelsea was looking unsure, like she wants people to try to talk her out of it, and nobody has, except for a cat. Um, she makes these huge declarations. Marry me. I'll shave my head. I'll move to Copenhagen. Everything is extreme. It's just a little pill, It's like I do threesomes. I have parties. It's like, girl, all right. So she grabbed her coat and was about to leave because Martin, like, bitch, you supposed to be here helping us stuff envelopes. I know I just got here, but I got to leave. There's somewhere that I need to be. So she just skedaddles and leaves when she's supposed to be there helping do the campaign volunteer shit. Where's you going now, girl? So we're back at Bill's office with Danny and Bill. Let me guess, he says, you're here for another great review of my greatest hits. What's your greatest hits, honey? I'm leaving, Danny. You need to get over it. Is that the name of the greatest hit? Well, he did say, remember when I was a terrible husband? She's like, well, that was one of my favorites. She says, I was hoping that we could skip the retrospective tonight. Well, I'm not in the mood for another Haley bashing session either. So that's surprising, she says, given your recent buyer's remorse. He said, Vernon told you. He told my husband, who told me. Yeah, well, that explains everything. Your father was never one of my biggest fans, so it makes sense that he would go to Andre and warn him about me. She says, that's where you're wrong, honey. You became more than just a son in law to my daddy. You became more than just a son in law to my daddy. Shit. This tongue be getting in the way, y'all. She says, you were never the son. You were the son that he never had. That's true. Because, like I said, if he had a son, yeah, it would definitely be Bill Hamilton. She says, until your ass disappointed him by disappointing me. Child, we are back at Uptown. And so Smitty is talking to Jacob and saying, look, I laid out all the facts to Max, all right? It wasn't about her. The consequences, the people getting hurt out there while these bastards are out there playing shell game with the plasma. I'm like, damn, y'all is some cold motherfuckers. Y'all just gonna take the plasma, although this little boy might need it, this elderly lady might need it, shit. Some people down the, like my mama needed plasma. She needed transplants and stuff all the time. You would have taken that to the highest bidder for these rich people in another. It makes you wonder if this is a new ring or a true ring that we don't know about. This is deep. So Jacob was like, well, did it work, dude? So Smitty was like, I think so. He said at least enough to get Max to pitch Jacob to replace the courier that they fucked up. So damn, Jacob, you all in it like that. Jacob, you finna get fucked up, bro. So also, yeah, Jacob met the boss, so he knows exactly who the boss is. So remember, we have never seen Jacob and Grayson cross paths. So yeah, they need to get him on in there. So Jacob was like, "Yeah, man, the clock is ticking. How long did we find out about the courier thing? How long we gotta wait to that?" So Smitty tells him Max said that he would text you on the burner phone. So it could be tonight, it could be next week. We don't know. Just keep your burner phone ready. Or it could be never. Jacob says. I mean, Jacob's beard is just shining. What you doing, Jacob? You got that beard balm on that beard, baby. Oh, whoever it was who was tripping about me, talking about Jacob. Jacob is fine. Now he young. I mean, I'm 50. I'll be 55 this year. I can look. Auntie can look. Shit, he fine. Yeah, let me look. He a pretty boy. So we're back at the red door with the Borings, aka Naomi and Martin, talking about this big story and what is it about, and ain't nobody saying nothing. Both of our husbands are quite, all of that shit. I'll hear what they're talking about. If not, we'll go to the next scene. So he did say a little nugget. He said that he feels that Smitty's story might just be award winning because that's what he said. That's what Smitty told him. He said, but I'm just worried because the bigger the story, the more dangerous it is. He's right. Then he says, "Oh yeah, how's Jacob in his new case?" Hopefully y'all put your brains together. So she says, "I don't know, honey. All I know is that it's an important case for him and he need to prove himself to his pappy. That's all I know." So Martin just says it gets on his nerve when Smitty goes chasing after these investigative pieces because it's dangerous. I bet you Smitty go, man, they better not hurt these men. So, he talked about what he hated about him chasing these investigative reports, the investigative, shit. I want him to just stick to desk duty, like, human interest stuff, political stuff. So Naomi was like, well, what the fuck I hate is all this bullshit, playing charades. Honey, you have a whole damn staff that you pay that makes you look good and to handle all of your tedious tasks. Why the fuck are we here stuffing envelopes when your staff can do that? I'm like, right? He being cheap. What's the deal? He talking about voters like personal touch and they can also smell a fraud a mile away. So she was like, just like I'm smelling one right now, because honey, we ain't sitting here doing all this shit. I ain't doing. I don't blame her because stuffing envelopes. When I tell you that pile looked like it was from the tip of your finger, your middle finger, all the way to your damn elbow. That's how high that pile is. Y'all know I'm exaggerating, but it was about half of that. It was a lot of envelopes. So we find out. He said with everything going on lately, he just needed an excuse to see his people. So I get it. Sometimes you create tasks so we can all sit down, honey, catch up, drink wine, put stuff envelopes. That's what you do. Okay. So she was like, honey, you don't have to pull stunts for us to show up. We're family, baby. That's what we do. So this bullshit you got me doing right now is officially over, and let me tell you what we're gonna do instead. I have a feeling they're gonna show up at Uptown. What do y'all think? And then they're gonna see both of their husbands together. Hey, I can't believe we haven't hung out since you've been back. This is Chelsea hugging Isaiah. They haven't done a scene together at the Bird. She's at the Bird Cafe. I don't have they ever done a scene together? Maybe they did hang out when they was young, kicking it, because he was bad boy. She was doing her pills, so they might have kicked it a little bit. Not kicked it, but just hung out a little bit. He was like, "Yeah, I know. I saw you at Uptown the other day." She says, "Yeah, ships passing and all that." And Haley is still there hovering. He's like, "Yo, we got to catch up." Well, you look like a woman on a mission when you walked in. She just interrupted them. She know Chelsea can't stand her ass. I mean, don't let us keep you. Like, Chelsea was interrupting them. He was like, actually, I'm the one that's got a dip. So and he looks at Chelsea, yeah, let's link up soon. She's like, okay, it's a date. That's what Chelsea says. I can't believe that bitch actually was scrolling through her phone and showed Isaiah a naked picture of herself. She's horrible. She's thirsty and she's horrible. So my dad doesn't satisfy your appetite, so you got to get your hooks in another man. This is what Chelsea tells Haley because Isaiah ran out of there quick, baby. I was just being polite. That's Naomi's brother-in-law. I figured that I build a rapport since it's only a matter of time that Naomi and I are gal pals again. More like the end of time, Chelsea says. Well, I texted her while she was waiting on her test results, and she responded to me. Bitch, that was politeness, not forgiveness. You better say that, Chels. Your dad's in a similar headspace right now. She's gonna tell Chelsea that Bill's been sick. Is dad sick? Well, he's just a little concerned about some abnormal test results. Oh God, is she gonna say that Madison told? And because Madison, remember I said I wasn't gonna say anything yesterday? I know HIPAA. I know. Um, but Madison could not tell Chelsea that because of HIPAA. But Chelsea's gonna be mad at her about that. Maybe that'll keep her ass there. You should text him. Try to look all sad in the face when she walks away. Okay, so we're back at the palace, and so we have Dre there with his umbrellas and his camera and the lights, baby. So we finna do a photo session with Miss Anita and the new dude. I guess this is like a new awakening. Go ahead, Anita. He was like, "Oh, hey, Miss Anita, the lights are loaded, everything's ready. We are ready to make some magic." Oh, thank you, Andre, for coming by on such short notice, baby. I need to update my profile pictures and reveal a new look or two before the gossips around here start assuming things. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna, comment on her hair, Andre? Oh yeah, smart thinking. He says, yeah. He said, "Oh, these photos. Look at you. I can imagine that you have tons of stories about all the photo shoots you've done." Oh, honey, I sure do, honey. This photographer, who shall remain nameless, he wanted me to jump on top of this piano with a live peacock. What? All right, imagination. He said a peacock. Oh, okay, well, that's on brand, he says. She says, well, I didn't think so at the time. I was so concerned about my image and being the dignified professional everyone expected me to be that I refused to do it. I understand, Anita. I was the same way. Not no more, B. And now, honey, as she's looking at that picture, she said, honey, I wish I would have just jumped right on top of that damn piano. It would have shown everyone that I wasn't always the polished, controlled woman that I felt I had to be. It's interesting what you regret when you feel the darkness closing in. He was like, he puts his camera down. Maybe we should reschedule, okay? She said, oh, no, no, no. He said, no, baby, I'm good. And she said, let's do this. I'm good, baby. So they wound up clapping hands, and this change, and she got her wig on, baby, furs, leather, every outfit she got on, I will wear. Everything, baby, everything. Go ahead. A change is happening. All right, we doing it. Oh, I love all of the wigs and everything. Oh my God. Y'all see all the pictures right there on the screen. A change has to come, baby. A change has to come. Great scene. I'm going to do the videos. Y'all will see it on the screen. Great scene. We back at Bill's office with Danny and him. And he says he's had a long day of being poked and prodded. He's tapped out. Poked and prodded, she says. He was like, yeah, I was at the hospital earlier. Was it stroke related? No, no, just some routine blood work that it came back elevated. Didn't that bitch just say, and I'm calling her a bitch, didn't she just say that she was just going to keep the conversation with Bill just about the kids? She just said that. He said that, and Madison was concerned. So Danny was like, how concerned? Enough to want to admit me for overnight observation. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. I work out every day. I eat like a monk. My mind is clear, but somehow it feels like my body's betraying me. No, honey, it's your wife that's betraying your ass. And instead of your ass being in the hospital to get the supervision that you're supposed to, you're lounging around here. The fuck? Well, Haley, she didn't think it was necessary. So, honey, when the fuck did she get her medical degree? I'm so mad about the fact that she was all over Isaiah like that. I did not like that. She was between his legs, then showed him a naked picture. Oops. Oh, that was for Bill's eyes only. He was like, whoa, whoa, peeking too. I just don't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. That was. Mm-mm. She said, "You know what, honey? Save it. I'm not that. This is exactly why I stopped in this late at night." He says, "To what?" She said, "To us." So Isaiah's making his way to the red door. He's a tall guy. Is he about like 6'5"? He, I can see why Lizzie calls him the baby Lenny Kravitz because he does look like him. Anyway, he said he's there to drop off those essays for some internship candidates for Martin's campaign. So Martin is looking at it, and so Isaiah was like, "You said you wanted hard copies." So Naomi was like, "Hard copies, huh?" I tell you, that damn Martin is old as fuck. He is. Martin says, "Emails fine the next time." You just said that because Naomi was there listening. Okay, Naomi had sounded a little, like a sister. So Martin said, you can stay. You can be our judge. Only, you will win if you rule in my favor. So Isaiah sits down and he was like, "Y'all look like y'all was having fun." And so Naomi was chewing her popcorn. She said, "Mm-hmm." She sounded real sister like. Go ahead, Naomi. So he tattling like the baby brother he is. He's talking about that's more than I could say about Jacob. Pops on his ass about his case. Why you tell? Well, I guess he's concerned. He's telling his wife. Use a tattletale, Isaiah. So she was like, "Well, did he tell you what the case is about?" Nah, he was hush hush. He didn't want to say nothing about it. Man, he said it wasn't nothing to sweat over. She said, "I pray that that's true." So we get over to Uptown and Jacob's talking, well, whispering. It's like a follow up from the last scene. Naomi keeps pressuring me about questions I can't answer. Man, you getting in deep, man. You trying to be in there like I'm just damn. You're trying to be like that. You don't think that people know you as a cop? Hopefully you put on some shades and put on a hat and put an earring, man. It's like, come on. You've got to change your look for him to go be in that shit like that. So Smitty was like, "Well, did you tell her anything?" He's like, "No, I can't compromise an I can't compromise an investigative active investigation. I can't do that shit." And so Smitty was like, "I ain't tell Martin either." He said, "But I did promise him that I would step the fuck off if it got too dangerous." And Smitty ain't doing that shit. His little toes is curling just because now he's doing something that he's enjoying. Listen, man, what happened with the courier? It comes with the territory, you know what I'm saying? But I deal with this kind of shit, these kinds of risks on a daily basis. So I'm not fucking phased by that shit. But if you want to walk away, no, no, no. Smitty says, "Nah." And besides, I'm not dealing with these people directly. So, and by the time this story comes out, the bad guys will be behind bars. Oh no. You put one behind bars, you still got to hold people that they used to sell to that they're going to get your ass. It's like, think, Smitty, think. So we're both still in. Looks like it, Smitty says. Smitty looks scared. He looks concerned. He should be. Jacob gets a text on his burner phone. He jumping on oh loud. I'm like, "Jacob, calm down, baby. Is that from Max?" Damn, it is from Max. And what'd he say? "I'm in." Damn, this gonna be a really rocky ride, y'all. And then they fucking fist pound. Damn your pretty smile, Jacob. Damn. So, while we're at the Bird Cafe, Chelsea is there. Madison shows up. I like her little jacket. It's cute. So she said, "I'm glad that you were still. I'm glad that you were still close when I texted you." Chelsea tells her. So she had to stop to the store and pick up a book. And so let's see what this conversation is going to be all about. So it's a guidebook for Denmark. So Chelsea was like, "I don't think it's all right. I think we should." They said the same thing at the same time. So no, Chelsea doesn't want to leave. She said, "You first," Madison says. She says, I think I just got all caught up in the romance of it all, and I really didn't think things through. It's just not a good time right now with everything that's going on with my family." And Madison, girl, she talking about she would have never asked them to leave them while so much is happening. You did, didn't she? She did say, "Why don't you come to Denmark with me?" Yeah, she did. Even though she knows that Bill has his crazy ass blood level issues and that her mother has the BRCA thing, so she don't know what the T is, and definitely her grandmother that's going through cancer treatment. And you still ask her, "Madison, please, girl." So where does this leave us? Chelsea says. Madison says, "I'm willing to try long distance if you are." Now I believe Madison. I believe Madison will maintain her um being, monogamous and committed to Chelsea. Chelsea, on the other hand, is still a threesome girl. So she kind of gave this little smile. Chelsea did, because Chelsea not gonna be able to do that because she likes sex. She's a sex girl. She loves it, and she's if she popping, she gonna want to meet somebody. So I can't. No, that girl is just too out there. Anyway, but back to Bill and Danny. He's about, well, I didn't realize that you still thought of us as an us. Stop bullshit. Stop lying, Bill. She said, don't fucking start with me. We both know what's been happening here. And I'm sure that Haley is on her way there with that big ass. Now, that coat was cute. Her little fluffy coat is cute. I got me one of them. Oh, that's the coat that I could wear. Ooh, I got a dress on its way here from Shein, so I can wear it to the New Edition concert in about a couple weeks. I have two coats, two options, so I might wear that one because it's kind of on trend. Like the little what they call it, shearling coat. It's cute. It's real cute. I'll take some pictures for you guys, and y'all can see the whole outfit, honey, because your auntie gonna be like in cute. So Danny continues and she says, too many strolls down memory lane with a couple of stops at makeout point. Yeah, y'all was making out. More than just a couple, honey. She says, I'm never getting stuck with you in Lover's Lane or Lover's Alley again. She said, he was like, so you're here to draw a line in the sand. Hmm? She says, in concrete, mother. He says, well, I think you tried that shit before and it didn't exactly take. Andre and I are in a stronger place now. I'm not making the same mistake twice. No, well, don't you mean 3 times, he says? Or wasn't it 4? You know exactly how many times did we kiss? 3? That's why I said it was more than a couple. Was it 4? 4, 4, 4, 4. She said too many is my point. Yeah. One too many is her point. Should be. She said, Bill, this dance we're doing, honey, it's not healthy. We have to stay away from each other. He was like, can you do that? Yes, she says. She says, can you? When she's around him, you see the little girl in her eyes? Do y'all see that? She's so weak to him. She's like vulnerable. She takes her crown off when she's around him. She does not, that diva, that queen, that powerhouse. She doesn't, that's it's always off when she's around him. Unless when she's pissed off. But like this whole, look how doe-eyed she looks. She it's just, Danny, you don't. And so when she says, "Can you?" he couldn't answer it. So he looked in the camera a little bit. He's always looking in the camera because I've got a picture of his ass looking in the camera on one of my older things. He's always looking in the fucking camera. Stop looking in the camera, Timmy. You know better. So since he couldn't answer it, she walked out. She told him she could stay away, but he said he couldn't. So, and that's the end of episode number 23 of Beyond the Gates, season 2. What a great episode. I just hate that for Jacob. Jacob gonna get hurt, y'all. Well, Smitty's gonna die. Well, Smitty's gonna get hurt. I don't know. I knew Chelsea's ass was caught up in the rapture. Soon as her sister said, "What you want me to do? Talk you out of it?" And so that's why she gave Kat such a hard time, because Kat was trying to talk her out of it, and so she it sounded romantic. But as soon as two people were like, "Girl, do whatever you want to do." Do I want to do? All right, let's go ahead and get this match together, and I will see y'all in the next video. And thank y'all for like really doing great with my reaction, my partner video with my boo. Man, I didn't think it was going to get that many views, but it's doing great, and I really appreciate all the views and everything. So, like I said, we will be doing a reaction together, or a deep dive talking about this situation. Now that it finally happened, now I can get him his opinion about it, and I will try to have him here. We was together last night. And I totally forgot about the shit. It's the next morning, just so y'all know, and I forgot about it. So, and I hadn't seen him. So, anyway, I've seen him on camera, but not in person. So I miss his hugs. His hugs are very, very nice and warm and comforting. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Love you. Bye.